What's cracking, fam? T-Money, down in the dungeon. Bring you guys a collection update Wednesday evening. Just a small stack of stuff that I've gotten in over the last uh, probably week or so. Um, I got a really sweet House on Haunted Hill print from Mondo that came in. I actually missed it, but I ordered it on eBay, so I didn't get it directly from Mondo. But probably gonna get that framed up. So a couple weeks from now, hopefully before Christmas, I'll have it. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but I don't know. I might put it back up there and move something else just to switch it up because it's super cool. But artist's name is Sean Connolly, and it's super cool. But before I get into the update, I just want to let you guys know I watched this movie actually two times now because I fell asleep about 2/3 through it the first time. But it's a little horror anthology film. Um, I think I originally saw this at Walmart and I passed on it just because I was like, I've taken so many chances with Walmart like budget titles, so I passed on it. And then my brother actually watched it on Netflix, and he was like, it was actually good. So I picked it up. It's BDR, so I don't know what's up with that, but who knew that Walmart sold BDRs? But I watched it. Maybe I just got a BDR, and the official release isn't, but I'm pretty sure this is the official release. And it's good. It takes place in the studio. It's kind of hokey, low budget acting, but this dude basically just like people call in and they tell spooky stories. It's like a late night horror radio type thing, and he basically it's weird because it's like you would think people would call in and tell a story and then it would like go to the story, but instead he like is always like, oh, well, that's a good story. He plays off what they say, and then he's like, oh, well, I got a story that's just similar to that. And then, so it's the radio guy telling the stories, not the people calling in. Not that that really matters anyway, but there's some really good jump scares, some good practical effects. I don't know why I said jump scares. Just some really good short stories, scary um, imagery, and just stuff that makes you just creepy stuff, creepy imagery, definitely. So I highly recommend it. Um, and there's a lot of shorts in this too. Each one's probably like 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes each. They're not long, but there's a bunch of them, and there's there are a couple that really stand out actually. Just some really creepy imagery. So yeah, a night of horror radio. So that was cool. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Just seeing if I got all the DVDs out of the way. Yep. So this is a new one from 88 Films. It's Van Damme and Knockoff. And 88 Films has been doing this new line of action movies. A lot of Van Damme stuff, a lot of Jackie Chan stuff. But it doesn't have an actual sub-label. It's not like the Vault Collection. I don't know what they did with the Vault Collection. Kind of just disappeared. But it's limited edition. You can see there's 3,000 of each of these made. They did the Replicant as well, and I think a couple other Van Damme flicks. But I've never seen this, so yeah, check it out. 1148 out of 3,000, which is pretty sweet. Nice slipcover, reversible cover artwork, and all that good stuff. So that's cool. That's new from 88. And then we have the Alfred Hitchcock collection. I don't think I have any of these movies on Blu-ray, so that's cool. I know I have I Confess. I found that at a Goodwill on DVD like a year or two ago. But yeah, I Confess, Dial M for Murder, The Wrong Man in Suspicion. So this is cool because finally I'm buying... Actually, I could totally be lying. I've purchased a lot of those 4 for 44 sales, and sometimes I forget what I buy, but... from what I remember, I don't think I have maybe one of these on Blu-ray. So nice compilation of 4 films. That seems to be the trend now with Archive Collection. A lot of the titles that they're releasing, they're doing in like 4-packs. They just released another one not long ago. Can't remember what films were on it, but yeah. So it's cool to have a compilation of films that I don't already own on Blu-ray. Then this is a indie slasher movie, The Last Laugh. I haven't watched it yet, but stand-up comedian is on the verge of breakout success, but he makes a terrible choice when he discovers a murderer on the loose in a theater where he's about to perform his biggest show. So If you guys have seen this movie, let me know your thoughts on that one. It is from, I don't know, Salem Street Entertainment. Never heard of them before, but then we have a new one from Criterion Collection. Well, it's pretty new. Came out within the last few months. The Great Escape. I love anything that has to do with like Alcatraz or just badass escape movies. So I wanted to pick this one up from 1963. Chock full of special edition features, including a new restored 4K digital transfer. It says one of the most exciting adventure tales ever told. Recounts the planning, execution, and aftermath of a daring true-life escape from a German prisoner of war camp during World War II, in which 250 men attempted to tunnel their way to freedom. So that's really awesome. That shit that happened a couple years ago now, I think, in upstate New York, where those prisoners broke out, that kind of rekindled my fascination with like great escapes and stuff like that. So had to pick that one up. Then we have a couple new ones from Sabrosa SRS Studio. Howl from Beyond the Fog. This sounded interesting. They've been doing a lot of like kind of like B-level or like Godzilla ripoff type movies, Japanese stuff. And this is one of them. I guess it's like environmentally conscious on a sub-level or whatever. Some overarching meaning, or whatever the word is. Subliminal meaning there behind it. But some girl teams up with this monster and they try and save the land, I think, from getting taken over, something like that. And then this one is a new one from SRS as well, Deadly Delivery. I love these little shot on video shitty indie horror movies that they put out. But an urban legend of a mysterious pizza delivery killer is exploited by an unscrupulous billionaire businessman. Organizes an absurd Willy Wonka-style contest and a game at his luxurious villa for 5 finalists, but his true intention is to draw out the legendary slasher. The extra toppings of gore come fast and hot in this scary and funny slasher homage to 1980s, to the best of 1980s horror. So, cool. Low budget. This movie is from 2020, so I think it's a new, unless the release is just 2020, I'm not sure, but could be a brand new slasher movie there, so we'll see. Deadly Delivery. Every once in a while, Sabrosa puts out some good hidden gem. Anyways, Love and Death. This is the double feature of the 2 gory Horrorbook, or however you pronounce his name, Necromantic and Necromantic 2. I didn't really need this, honestly. I already own the single editions, and I didn't know that this was just going to be 2 single editions and a box set with no booklet or anything, but it is a 4-disc set, so it's chock full of special features, so I'm hoping there's going to be some stuff on this release that is exclusive to this release. And my apologies, I can't really get that all in the frame with it being visible, but yeah, I had pre-ordered this from Arrow. They just sent it, so it's cool. Some hardcore films there. You gotta really be able to stomach the gore and just nastiness for those. But I love this movie, Harpoon. And again, this is a pre-order. I already own the what is it? Black Fawn, I think. Black Fawn Releasing put out a Blu-ray with the limited slip, but I had ordered it from Arrow too, just because it was that good. Pretty standard release. I don't think there's a booklet or anything in here, so I didn't really need to do that. But it was good. That shit, craziness on a boat. And then I stumbled across a website by the name of Stinky Tuna, which is just a funny name. But yeah, they put out a bunch of like Netflix and Amazon movies and just kind of like BDRs, stuff that doesn't have official releases. So I just kind of went ham on their website. I actually should have checked to make sure they sent me everything I ordered because it was expensive and I didn't double check that. But a couple films here. Eli, a Netflix film. Never seen this one. Most of these films I haven't seen, so that's why I bought them, because they don't have releases. But Eli is a story of a young boy plagued with an unknown, debilitating illness that requires him to live completely sealed off from the outside. After exhausting every option, his parents put their trust in his life in the hands of a doctor whose experimental cutting-edge treatments may hold Eli's last hope. As he undergoes tremendously intense process that could potentially cure him, he begins to be haunted by experiences that make him question who he can trust. So we'll see. Could be a bore fest. Could be decent. I've been hearing a lot about this movie. A lot of people putting this on their top 20, top 10 lists for horror films of this year. The Platform. Yeah, I don't want to read word for word everything, but there's an idea for this one. It's supposed to be pretty crazy. If you hadn't heard of it, it's getting a lot of hype. And then, of course, the classic Netflix film, The Babysitter. Had to pick this up on Blu-ray because who knows when it's going to get a release. But and then, of course, the classic Thanksgiving trilogy, Thanksgiving trilogy. Just missed Thanksgiving, but I have the original one. I don't think I have Thanksgiving 3. This is the cheesy killer turkey killer cock franchise that doesn't have a sequel. It just goes from, well, the sequel is number 3, so it skipped its own sequel. But this is the unrated collection, both the first film, Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving 3. So, yeah, killer turkey goodness. Cheesy films, but fun. And then last, from the Stinky Tuna, from the Stank Tuna, we have Scream, the TV series that never got a Blu-ray release. So now I have the Blu-ray, which is pretty sweet. Cracked case there, but that's all right. Yep. I watched the first series. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything special, but I liked it enough to grab the sequels now, or the next 2 series. I think they stopped after season 3. So season 2 of Scream, the TV series, and season 3. And I didn't know that they actually put out 3 seasons. I thought it was just 1 and 2. So that being said, this is the complete 3rd season, Resurrection, and it has 6 episodes. The 2nd season has 14 episodes, and then the 1st season has 10. So 10, 14, 6. So if you guys have watched all of this, let me know. How does it pan out? I thought it was okay. I didn't love it, but like I said, I liked it enough. And last, I just want to close out by showing you guys this cool little box that I got, Ghost Stories for Christmas. I don't think I showed this off in my last update. If I did, I apologize. But I get confused and mixed up between the stuff that I post on Instagram versus my videos. But it's a really cool set. It's got 2, 4, 6, 6 discs. I don't know how many films there are, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, a bunch of films, 8 films at least. And yeah, these are all kind of like spooky ghost stories from BBC Studios. I watched the first. Whoa, discs falling out here. No, we're good. You got to be careful with these though. These big sets. Oh yeah, and by the way, it was like totally cracked when I got it. Go figure. It's from Amazon Germany, or I mean Amazon UK. So, but so disc 1 is Whistle and I'll Come to You, which is a 1968 film. It also had a 2010 remake, I guess, or reimagining or something. And I watched that. I watched that last night, and it's incredibly creepy and just really good. So I highly recommend Whistle and I'll Come to You from 2010 at least. I forget who's the star of the film. Let's see. Gosh, I don't know, but it's quite good. It's about this like old man whose wife has what's the word? Where you like dementia, I guess, and she's like totally out of it. And so he goes to stay at this like hotel, and he puts her in some sort of like housekeeping, I don't know, hospice type thing. I don't know what it is, but they're gonna care for her. And he stumbles across this ring while he's out on the beach. It's just really good. The acting's really good, and the imagery, the sound effects in the movie are really good too. It's a ghost story, and it's super creepy. So I highly recommend Whistle and I'll Come to You. It was never heard of it before, so I'm gonna watch the original one soon. Disc 2 is The Stalls of Barchester, A Warning to the Curious, Ghosts for Christmas with Christopher Lee, The smell. Okay, so the films are The Stalls of Borchester and A Warning to the Curious. Disc 3 is Lost Hearts, The Treasure of Abbot Thomas, The Ash Tree. Disc 4 is The Signal Man, Stigma, and The Ice House. So these are all, and then disc 5 is A View from a Hill. So these are all films I've never heard of before. So I'm really stoked to check them out. The first one was great. So if it's any indication of how the other ones are going to be, I'm game. So yeah, really awesome set from BFI. And Jesse had these available on Diabolic DVD, and I couldn't find, or he sold out, so I couldn't wait because I'm impatient, so I went over to Amazon, picked one up, but that's the price I pay. It came cracked, but that's all right. It's great movie. All right, guys, I will catch you very soon with another one. Stay safe. Peace.